Gotta hit the there. I think it was live on the YouTube side. You get it? Oh, that's still there. Hold on. Gotta hit the there. I think it was live on the YouTube side. You get it? Is that you got it, Robin? Your side was open on the YouTube. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. It's one of those nights. I just muted you until you got it. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. So everybody, tonight we're going to be talking about, of course, the great freeze that's coming for me. And also how you guys handle it too up in the north. I want to welcome in everybody. Thank you to Passamaquoddy who came first into the side chat. And yeah, I am like so not myself. Hey, and will it grow? It's great that you'll be listening in. Thank you so much. In ecology today, thank you, my helper, Miss J-Bot. Jay Dixon, you're wonderful. Appreciate your help so much. And Robin Gardens, who we just saw for a second. She might have hit the wrong button. Oh, somebody's back. Here we go. Let's try that again. Yay.
Oh,
hello. Welcome back. That was a quick exit and entrance. Hi, Brenda Duncan 1900. I'm just greeting everybody who's come in. And hey, Big Will Dog. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. With a little Jerry Springer vibe. Where'd you get that from? Is it because I throw people on my chat who don't behave? I don't throw any chairs though. Hey, Miss Sharon. Good to see you.
Springer apparently had a dentist on staff to make teeth for his guests.
Oh gosh.
So they didn't come.
Oh yeah, I couldn't make it. Oh my gosh, that's
Toothless.
I didn't know that tidbit. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Kentucky Goblin had a live before me. Sorry, Kentucky Goblin, I couldn't make it over because I was trying to get my son down and plan my live. That's why I usually do my lives late at night because Malachi is up with me. And sometimes I can pop in, but today it was just crazy and I was still planning my own live. So sorry about that. I'm glad you could make it in. Thank you. Hey, Homestead Aquarius, welcome in. Welcome in. Likely short for sin. We want Jerry. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah, snap, Carol and Robin. Okay, I'm getting down there. Hey, Cece, thanks for coming in. You're here. Good. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Passamaquoddy. Okay, I think there'll probably be more coming in. I'm just trying to get down to the bottom. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry because it just glitched. Anyway, welcome in and welcome to my co-host, Robin Garden. Tonight we're going to be talking about comparing freezes and what that really means. Tonight we're talking about cold, but not the kind most people think Florida gets. And where are you gardening from and what's your cold enemy right now? Frost, snow, ice, wind, or surprise freezes like myself? I'll have some questions that we're going through, but it's a very loose format tonight. It's really just about our experiences with this winter weather. And ours is all different across, the United States into Canada. And if you're overseas, it's different for you too. Oh, all the above right now? Oh man, Big Will, that's oh, you're just excited. Oh, thank you. Okay, so Jerry gets you excited to watch the show. Thank you. Okay. I was like, what did he see me do in a live? Comparing me to Jerry. Well, tonight I am having tea, and it is Stress Ease Immune Organic by Traditional Medicinals. Looks like that. It's definitely turmeric based, and probably it's way too small for me to read what's in it. So yeah, I'm not going to. You can check it out yourself online if you want to. Definitely turmeric. It's yellow. I have yellow tea right now, Robin. Have you been enjoying any teas over there in the brisk weather of Chicagoland?
I have nothing incredibly special. I like Taylor's of Hargate. Just their regular breakfast, English breakfast.
All the above is affecting Jay. Yeah, poor Passamaquoddy's and -8 up there, and they've had lots of snow. And Cece, we some states don't do cold or amen. No, we do not. We do not do cold or freezes. We don't do like super cold, well, anyway, and then they say freeze and we freak out. That's getting over ice, 27 hours without
Oof.
power. Oh no, Miss Sharon.
Oh,
13 without water.
ugh.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. And a snowstorm is coming, not the stow storm. So it's not something from Vermont. All right. Have a good night, Randall. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. I'll have to pop over and see what you were up to over at your live. Let's see what. Oh, Big Quill Dog says his Blackberry brand. Oh, I just read Blackberry and then I put it up here. That'll do it right there. Those two,
It's
yeah,
relaxing.
very relaxing. Oh,
This is cranberry with ginger ale.
I like cranberry with vodka when I go to like weddings. Just a little, treat, but I don't do that anymore. I really don't drink anymore because of my liver. Try to keep my liver healthy as I've gotten older. It doesn't like any kind of alcohol, it seems like, which isn't nice. I did okay without power, no water. Yeah, that's terrible. That's absolutely awful. I didn't know it was that bad up there. Miss Sharon's in South Carolina. She's up near, I guess, foothills. Is that considered the foothills, that area, Miss Sharon? Are you like up in the mountains? Because I haven't visited it, and I
We
don't
keep
want to say your town.
we keep gallon jugs of water available up north at the Wisconsin house because it's kind of prone to being without power. But I forget to do it here, and it could be a problem.
Yeah, yeah, we always have water on hand because it's Florida. That's, we sit on our aquifer and something could happen to something could pour into the aquifer or just even from hurricane season. Well, okay, the foothills, but the mountain is yeah, I thought you were close to the mountains. Okay. Yeah, she's got the copperheads up there. She's told me about South Carolina. Yee. Guess you made a face when you were drinking your cranberry. Well, it is quite tart. I make faces with the cranberry too. I'm surprised I didn't make faces with the turmeric.
You know what, Cece? This is the real cranberry that you get at Trader Joe's. It's not like ocean spray
Or sweet. Yeah.
that's like about this much cranberry. It's like cranberry.
Clean you out, cranberry. Hey,
Yeah.
Storms Radius and cats. Good to see you. I mean, Storms Radius. Still want to add the cats. Oh, my goodness. Yes, we do that. We fill our tub. Yep. Yep. Scrub it out and fill the tub because you don't know if you'll need it. That extra water for bathing or that extra water just to flush your toilet. You just don't know. For power outages, I start filling water for various purposes. Our tiny village got backup water sewage systems, but I still, yes, it's always good to have insurance. Very good to have insurance. Well, tonight I'm going to try and, I think I did these backwards. First, again, let me say, welcome in, sun-seeking gardeners. Here on this channel, we're planting seeds of hope, healing, and health, one garden at a time. I appreciate you guys all showing up. Really makes my heart happy. Let's see. Here's our first question. When you hear freeze warning, what actually happens in your garden or even in your mind? Like, what is that process looking like?
It's probably a little less dramatic for me than you. But if that freeze warning comes early in the fall, when I've still got things growing and before I'm ready to shut things down, then I have to make the decision what I'm going to do to cover. Now, I've got some over the earth greenhouses that I can erect and drop over crops. I have frost blanket and I've got a various quantity of old sheets.
Okay.
So It just depends.
So you just start gathering what you've got and trying to figure out what you're gonna
If
need
it's
when.
if it's going to be a freeze and it looks like it's just a night or two, then I might try to save things. If it's going to be a freeze and it's going to last for a while, I'm probably going to just say it's done.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be done, but it's done.
Right. Right. And
I mean,
then
I've learned because, gosh, you go out there and cover and uncover and cover, or cover and keep it covered, and you don't get too much sometimes.
thanks, Cece. She liked the opener. Yeah, and Cece, what do you guys get freezes too? So, I mean, what goes, what actually happens in your garden? Do you pretty much lose everything? Are you able to dig out things in Texas? Yes, the air can, yep, cause light frosting before that even happens. Yep.
With the stuff that I'm saving for the winter, like the geraniums and that kind of thing, I just,
Mm-hmm,
get them in their space in the garage.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
but sometimes if it's unexpected, sometimes it's a real scramble.
Right. Right. At least they're giving us a warning that it's coming, and I was so glad it didn't hit today. It was supposed to hit, I think, this evening, maybe 5 days ago, and then we got a reprieve. So I'm hoping that maybe we'll get more reprieves because there's stuff I have in the ground I can't bring in, and it's too tall to put anything really over. Our first frost is in October, and then I decide about whether I will do frost protection, how much, and how much effort. Yeah, because you kind of know it's coming. At least you guys are like more seasonal. So you've got your seasons. You know that, when winter's coming, you're going to say goodbye. I can't imagine what that's like. I would be like so sad. But then I see you guys wear out because it's like your gardens are just producing and producing and producing. And you're like, it'll be nice to take a breather. Um, do you allow your stuff during a freeze to just let them kill it and
Yeah,
turn it under?
if that's what happens, like the last 3 years, I've had plenty of warning, and I shut it down, got it all harvested. But there have been years where I've been out there like harvesting green
Mhm,
beans real quick, and sometimes just pulling plants, throwing them in a sheet or something, and taking them into the garage and
mhm,
pulling the beans off of the plants and that
in
kind of
there.
thing.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I wouldn't have even thought of that one. That's a good idea.
Yeah, but that's pretty dramatic. Most of the time, it's coming, and you make a decision. I
Right.
just, like my chard always is kind of the last thing, and I like to have it till the last second, that
Mhm.
last little bit of green.
Right. It's funny that I said that to you about I watch you guys like work your butts off at the end of spring and then think maybe, oh, you enjoy the breather. And Miss Sharon's like, very much so. When I hear freeze warning, I say, good, it's time to hibernate. I think I would enjoy that too, Miss Sharon. It means cover what's important in the garden and prayers for the rest. That's right. Cover what you can and prayers for the rest is how I feel right now, Cece. And then she dropped seeds indoors since she heard a freeze was coming. Okay, so like for places like ours, CC, where a freeze is not the norm, you might drop stuff that still can do well in the cold season. I think that's a great idea. That's a
Did you put anything over your new beds? Where you
No, not yet. That's all. It's all. I have to do it last minute because it's all so young because I don't want to crush it.
Okay.
Oh, please welcome to the stage. I think I'm giving her a moment. Yes. Okay. Please welcome to the stage, Miss Johnny Groves.
Good
Hello, hello,
evening.
hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hey.
Hello. Hey.
Hi, friends.
Um,
I was just
do you have
going
any
through.
kind do you have any kind of something that you can raise up just a little bit above those seedlings?
I do. I do. And I'm going to hopefully have something that I can put over it because I don't, oh, I didn't speak to you. I've told other people. I have one here, so I'll show it. I had a multitude of these, the frost covering zip up bags.
Oh, okay.
They disappeared because we don't live in winter. So I don't know if someone thought they were garbage. I don't know. I don't, or I put them away so well, I can't find them. I don't think I put them away so well. So I have to look and see what I have. I do have those tarps on the ground where I could probably just rip up one of those tarps and put it over the bed. And I have an arch that can go in the bed.
Okay.
So that would be okay. But I mean, I have cabbage seedlings, radish seedlings, lettuce, and then the little onions. So I guess a freeze will take out anything though. I'm just so not, I don't know what freezes do. I've never really done a freeze before.
You said 20s? It's predicted to be in the 20s?
That's the feels like temperatures because of the wind effect that we get.
What's the actual temperature?
Oh, let's see what they've updated it to. Maybe it's gone up and then it's like, I'm not getting one. And then I'll be in waiting to see if they, another one's coming with the storm, like Miss Sharon said. See, right now it's great. It's only 61 degrees. It's fantastic here.
Oh, poor thing.
I
All the way down
know.
to 61.
So not okay. Now, yes, they upped it. Okay, they're screwing with Florida. They are so mean. They just made us all go out and buy greenhouses down here that we will steam things in. Right now it's saying the low is of 40 tomorrow. Before they were saying it was going to be 30s, but they did shift it to Sunday will be 32. And usually it feels like about 10 under that. So it'll be in the 20s.
Okay,
The 40s
so actual temperature of 32, that can do some real damage if it's long enough.
Yeah. Well, it's actually more moist soil when the temps drop suddenly, the water vapor rise. Yes, it can, but it also can save some things like our citrus. They actually go out and they used to wet it down. Don't ask me why. That was their secret, but it was more of, I think, wetting the soil down to get that steam. They wanted it for some reason. Well, and strong frost warning. I just want to take care of these, and then Miss Shawnee, if you have things for us, I want you to answer. In a strong frost warning, I ride around our small village to tell people like Paul Revere, who still have plants out uncovered. Oh, that's nice to remind them that it's coming. Yeah, and tell them the frost is coming. The frost is coming. I almost harvested all my plants, and then we didn't get anything last weekend. Hoping for the same. Yeah, I'm hoping for that for my larger trees because I have a jackfruit that keeps flowering like it really wants to give me a fruit, and this will probably knock it back by a good while, or it could take it out if we have an actual freeze. Let's see, watering plants in specific conditions is one form. Yes, they tell us that with our mangoes, actually, Ecology Today, they say water them in deep. That steam actually protects them. Yes, Shawnee too. I got wonderful ladies, the wonderful gardening ladies of YouTube visit me. Always have room for more, Miss Cece, if you're available. Florida hoodie make you feel warmer. The orange makes me feel warmer. I love that one. And I wish it was a hoodie. I don't think I even have hoodies because I might, but it's like, who needs a Florida hoodie other than a Floridian like me? And then we wear it maybe 4 days out of the year. Oh yeah, wait a minute. No, Central and Northern Florida definitely need a hoodie. All we need now is Maureen or Joe for me to literally lose it. Well, I don't think Joe will be joining us. She's probably asleep if you're meaning Joe from across the pond. But thank you. Okay, and then you're talking to Miss Sharon. So, Miss Shawnee, how about you? When you hear freeze warning, what actually happens in your garden?
That was so last October, Carol. I don't have a clue what happens then. I'm in February mode. No, so we go out and
Right.
I harvest everything, okay? That is going to be blown up by the cold.
Right.
Stuff that tolerates it, I leave it in the ground, and I've left it in the ground. It's in the ground right now under 3 feet of snow. So
Right.
then I bring in containers. So hibiscus, butterfly, monstera,
Uh-huh.
um, ivy, geranium. They're inside. And I don't. Oh, I drain the rain barrel and I put the rain barrel in the shed.
Smart. Oh, yeah.
And then I like how somebody said that means it's time to go inside and plant. Yeah, I get my indoor station set up
Yeah.
so I can put some seeds in that and get that going.
That was Cece. Cece said that. I thought that was a great tip. Absolutely. Hey,
I just
Brooke Trout, welcome in. Go ahead.
It's totally something I do. Um, I don't know. I think
If you
Robin
if you
covered about covering.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Brooke Trout, you guys are saying low for Monday? Is your low is 34? I think. Yeah, that's our low for it's 34 too. So they may be screwing with us. You're in Venice. You're not. I mean, you're close, but you're not that close to me.
if you know that it's over too, I try to get all my ceramic and terracotta pots emptied and in the in the shed.
Right.
I take the tops off the bird baths
Right.
and put them down, and then cover some of the statues that aren't going in, and get some of the rest. I have all those gargoyles out there, so
Right.
you have to come in. It's the freeze thaw that gets them.
Right. Exactly.
It'll crack them or chip them or.
I'm saying exactly like I know from like science class. No, I did survive in cold weather one year when I went to college up in PA. And we were up on the main line near Villanova, and it got very cold to where they had the black ice, and I stepped out of my dorm and hit, I didn't realize, ice, and went right back on my tailbone. It was so painful. I was like, what the? Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's like -11.
Yeah, we're still below 0 every day. Technically, when I'm like getting a freeze warning, that means it's gonna be garlic planting time soon.
Ooh,
If we think back to that time in the
okay.
garden.
So that's a hint to you that the garlic planting is
hmm
coming.
Yep.
To use watering for frost protection on tender crops. That's interesting. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Tomorrow's high for Miss Sharon is big 29 degrees and a low of 13. Well, I thought South Carolina was so much warmer than that for some reason, even though you're further up. I just for some reason thought, I guess because you're further in and up near the mountains. The mountains always did get cooler. Like even when we lived in California, we would go to the mountains and the temperature would drop. In fact, popcorn. Oh, you had to say popcorn. My popcorn is turkey bacon, and I just cut it up in pieces to make it feel special. Oh, I just did that voice thing. I just heard it. I don't have too many fruits. A lot of flowers. Yeah, but it can still take out our plants if they're tropicals. It can just melt the plant above the ground. Like my bananas, I had to harvest 2 racks. One was one was definitely ready. One was kind of ready. The one that's still out there is not ready. And I'm kind of waiting it out. I'm not harvesting it until they absolutely get their stuff together and tell me it's going to be for sure freezing.
If you wanted to make a short just addressing I have a bucket of green bananas, now what do I do? Because I think there's a lot of Floridians in that
Uh-huh.
camp that might be first-time banana mamas, and they don't
True.
know, now what? So, if
Yeah.
you could give
That's
some tips on a short about the bucket of green bananas, I think that'd be beneficial.
Yeah, I should bring the bucket in here so you guys can see it. I don't think I can get it through actually. It's so big. It's one of those huge ones. It's like this
Oh.
the huge things that you can wash clothes in like at Walmart where you go and get those big buckets with the rope handles. It's one of those.
We just put toys in those when I was a kid. Are you supposed to wash clothes in them?
Yeah, you can wash clothes in them. I put holes in them and I've used them as planters because it's just cheaper sometimes than getting those big planters at, a big box store. Oh, here we go. I lived in Orlando when Hurricane Andrew came through. I remember a year. They purposely sprayed oranges to coat. Yeah. They did. Yep. I remember a year they did that too, and they showed it on TV. And then they also had it was like smoke out there for something. I don't know what that was. I'm not sure. That was just so long ago. I can't remember. That might have been something else. It might have been they were treating it when we all of a sudden had citrus greening. It might have been two different memories. Yeah, we were bringing in your pot. Yep, we have the walk-in shower, and I brought in all my orchids already. One will stay outside because it has scale, which is really contagious. I don't want it in my house to jump over to anything else. I want to try and save it, but if I don't save it, it's going somewhere else. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize how far up I was. Sorry, guys. Did I just see J3? Hey, J3GS Farm. Let me just, okay, we're all right. Okay. In Indiana.
Those green stalk covers, although they're just net covers, that would probably make a good frost cover if you have something that could 5 foot in the 5 foot range.
Okay, yeah, that might work for my jaboticaba, the Brazilian grape tree. Yeah, thanks, Robin. Yeah, I was looking at those thinking that, but I don't want to use it yet. I want to use it on my green stalk.
We also
pour it in a storm, babe.
Yeah, that's true.
We also drain our faucet, like the hydrant for your hose. We drain that and shut it off when a freeze warning's coming. So all hoses get drained and taken in. The thing on the house needs to get shut off and drained. Otherwise, you can put one of those, what is it called? Frost King. It's a device on there that you leave it open and it lets water out in a drip. People were using them in Texas.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't have
irrigation. All that stuff needs to get cleaned out.
So you just leave it dripping if you're going to have a freeze, like the outdoor?
There's a tool you put on it. In Texas, they were showing it. Where here in Minnesota, we shut it off and drain it so it's empty.
Okay. We put one of those insulated things right on it. So it's sticking out of the house, but over the faucet.
Okay. Well, I might have a pool noodle.
Well, it all depends on how long you're dipping down. I mean, if
I hope it's not that long.
5 hours.
Yeah.
That's way different than us.
Yes, it is. That's the thing. Yeah, and I'll get back to that.
You're not gonna freeze up that quick.
It'll be a way to get a few more weeks. Oh, okay. Not a sustained frost. You can put them in the shed. Yeah, that's what I have, like a cheap shed. That's how it feels like, but it's all plastic on the outside. It's just one of those cheapy plastic ones, but they usually charge, it said like $69, and there's no way I would advise anybody to buy it for $69. I'm already having trouble with it coming apart, like the rods. I'm like, oh, I knew this wasn't going to be the best, but at least it's something. Hey, Mike's, and it's not going to be touching my plants, so that I'm grateful for. And I've got the shower, which I'm very grateful for. Okay, to go on to our next, which we'll probably like interweave all these with our answers, but have you ever lost a cold hardy plant that should have survived? Anyone?
Too many to name.
Yeah.
And you never know what's going to cause them to go down. Most of the time when they go down, honestly, it's because we didn't have that insulating snow cover and the temps dropped.
Yeah,
that's when it's the hardest on the plants.
Yeah, Shawnee's talked about how important that insulation from the snow is for other things, but I've heard that. Wow.
That year that we had the really, minus 40 temperature something for 3 days, I honestly didn't lose anything of significance because there was a nice snow cover and it weirdly made it through.
Oh, okay. What about you, Shawnee? Have you had?
I thought that rosemary would make it here, but it doesn't. And so I've lost those before. And then I had a bunch of tulips and daffodils that were planted correctly. And it was multiple areas, so I don't think a rodent thing ate them, but we had no snow and we still got our regular cold. and they never came this last spring. There was no,
wow.
in those areas, there was nothing that bloomed. So I feel like they were taken out by the cold.
Oh,
Now
that's
I've replanted. So now that we've had the snow actually this year and the cold, we'll see in the spring if something is in there eating them. Because if they're gone this time, it's because something's eating them.
Did you have a wet spring? Because if it's a really wet spring, that can take the bulbs out. But you usually find the bulbs all mushy in the ground.
thank
No,
you, Will. I
the
mean,
wet
Bill.
spring
Big bulldog.
last year was 2025. The wet spring I think was 2024 because that's the year that all of my trees made it really well when I put perennials in because it just kept raining.
Right.
Where last year is when I lost a bunch of perennials because I didn't water them.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, I wouldn't be doing that. Fire is all I can think of in the middle of the night. Yeah, I'm not, yeah, what Cece was saying about she's seen people in Texas putting small heaters in their plastic greenhouses. I mean, you can do the bucket of water, and that's what I might do with mine. If we do get temps that go down really low for a long time, I'll do the bucket of water method where it's like radiant heat still coming off the water, I believe is how it works. It's like a passive heating. Outdoor, okay, they're still on the outdoor faucet cover is an insulating device, typically made of foam. Okay, so then my pool noodle might work for the short term, just in case. But I didn't even think about emptying the hose, so thank you for saying that, like disconnecting it and emptying it. Hard plastic or padded fabric sock designed to protect. Oh, that's a good idea. I'll use a foam and a noodle and a sock. My husband will be like, "What the are you doing?" Okay, that's great. Thank you, G-Bot. I lost all my, oh no, I lost all my green stalk strawberry plants last year. All my plants for this summer are in my garage protected and hibernating. Oh, good. I'm glad you still have those. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your strawberries. My strawberry is not doing well that I brought home. The one that had 3 in the pot. I think something dug in it or it fell and something knocked some soil out of it. Or it could just be what they planted it in. It feels very foamy, like kind of like cocoa core, but it's different. I don't know. It's one of those ones from the big box stores. So it's like might be just drying out too quickly down here because the pots get, hotter and just, cook.
I had put strawberries in containers because I was cleaning out, trying to make pathways, and I didn't know what to do with them, and I just left them in the container, and I buried them around a bunch of leaves, and they didn't make it at all. Every single strawberry is no more, but I
Oh,
have
no.
800 billion more anyways, so
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't really care, but some people were like, "Look at you killed the strawberries." And I'm like, "Okay."
Whatever. It must have just been their time. Hey, Crazy Life Homestead, hey, Mo, welcome in. Yeah, we lose a large number of plants that claim to be cold hardy. Try not to get too emotionally attached. Yes, that's what I've learned too. Just with my gardening, not to get too emotionally attached to anything. Good to see you, Mo. I'm doing things. Oh, well, I didn't know you were going to be answering, John, in the chat. I thought you were just going to listen. This polar vortex stuff needs to stay up north. How am I supposed to, nap at the beach? That's right. That's what we do here. Yeah. Like, none of us have jobs. We just in Florida stay at the beach and nap. I wish. That would be great. I'd love a nap at the beach. My kid would be gone. I would be so heartbroken. Lost 95% of my garlic last winter, too. New plan has been work this winter, but looking good so far. Has been working, I think is what that was supposed to say. Mike's, what about you? You do mostly inside though, right? You do have an outside garden. Have you ever lost anything that's supposed to be cold hardy? It's labeled as cold hardy? Is that what sent you inside to do hydroponics? Was there a big heartbreak of a plant that was supposed to be cold hardy, Mike? Asking for a friend. Okay, I'm just trying to get down to the chat before I change it. Okie dokie. So our next question is, What's your go-to plant protection method when the cold hits? And I think Robin labeled a lot of them. Um, for me, the unusual one is, of course, I said bring them in my shower. Shawnee, you want to kick off this one, and then we'll go to Robin because she, I think, named a lot of hers earlier.
I just bring it inside. It's in a, if I know that this plant is going to not be outside all winter, it's not in the ground, it's in a container. They're all in the same area, so I can just carry them into a
There's,
regular domain with heat and
yeah,
water access,
there you
with a
go.
sunny window,
Yeah.
and I'm not messing around with the dance of covering.
Okay.
No.
Just bring them in if you have the space.
Then they're in until May, June.
Oh
I'm
my
not doing the
gosh.
in and out. They're just now in for 6
Yeah.
months. Yep.
Oh wow. Yeah, see that's when I would need, like, if I lived up north, I would need definitely the basement space and then have it heated or something. So it's, or like I had that option to heat it, cuz some of the older houses you go downstairs and it's like, "Oh, that feels much
No,
different."
yeah, my basement is 46, 48 degrees.
Oh,
So there's no
okay.
plants in my basement.
Oh, okay. So yeah. I don't know. See, even that, like putting a space, that those space heaters scare me. Like going to sleep with the space heater scare me.
The garage is usually around 40, but
Yeah,
sometimes it will go a little bit lower. And it's interesting what usually survives. The um, geraniums usually survive, the begonias, the wax begonias.
mhm.
The I have this interesting plant that smells like a lime when you ruffle the leaves.
Mhm.
It always makes it. And then the rest of it, oh, dahlias. They
Okay.
made it last year. We'll see
Oh,
this year.
nice. Yeah, I think you brought up one that we didn't cover too much, which is a thick mulch layer. That's what they say for us down here with our tropicals, like especially the bananas and some of the trees, is mulch it up. Mulch, mulch, mulch. Use a lot of mulch. And they basically let you know your bananas will probably be gone, but they'll come back. Because if it hasn't produced fruit, they usually will grow back. They want to fruit. There's something about that plant that it's like, no, I don't want to die. I want to fruit. And the corms are deep in the ground. So that usually it comes up from that big corm underneath. And yeah, you're usually okay.
That reminds me, you said the word corm. When a
Mm-hmm.
freeze is coming, I have to dig up all my gladiolas
Oh,
because if they freeze, they'll die. And it's
oh.
the bulb or the corm that I dig up.
Yeah. I think you, Robert, were telling me that with the Easter lilies. So you have to dig them up too, but they're one that freezes. Mine are already out of the ground because they were in a bad spot. I don't actually know where I put them. I have to look outside my garage, and I'm hearing about it from my wife constantly this winter. Do you have a heated garage, Bigwell? Because ours, like mine, that's the coldest spot in my house right now. It's my garage. I can walk out, and it's like the coldest spot. Yes, weeds always magically return. Why doesn't the winter kill off all the weeds permanently for a little while? Exactly. Oh, okay. Thanks, J3. Appreciate you here.
Bye.
Enjoy your bedtime, big screen time. Looking at us through the feets. Some bulbs return. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know the ones for up north that are like cold hardy. I mean, except for the ones like Robin named the big, what was it? Not peony, the other one, the big flower. The
The alliums, the big
Yeah, the
alliums,
big
big
allium
balls.
flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Catch you later. Everybody's saying good night. Okay, when you bring in out,
The alliums come back very dependably every year.
that's
Um,
a
the
yeah.
tulips, probably for about 3 years, and then they peter out. You have to put new ones in.
Okay.
And anything in the narcissus family comes back. The jonquils, um, the daffodils, those all come back well.
Okay.
Snowdrop, hyacinth.
Yes.
Hmm.
Oh, and the hyacinths, they smell.
Oh, I love hyacinths. Yeah, we don't get them here. We
Wow.
love them. I mean, we get them in pots at the store, but we don't get them coming up in our yard.
Crocus is another one.
Yeah, I have some crocus. I have some little, like, I don't know what you'd call them, but they're irises that are only, 6, 8 inches tall
Are they blue, light blue, and little?
and yellow. They're purple and yellow. They're beautiful, but they don't last long. But they're early, so they kind of make you happy on the early side.
Cece has a question, and I guess this would be for all of us. What about the gnats in the pots from bringing the plants from outside? Yeah, that takes time for them to kind of show up here.
Aphids too. You always have to worry about the aphids. I've had a problem bringing them in.
Ooh.
This
And
so
even
far, I haven't had anything crawl out of the containers that I have brought in this from 2025 to 2026.
That's
And I
awesome.
did not do any take it out of the container, rinse it completely, put it fresh soil that hasn't been
Right.
sitting outside. I didn't do any of that. I
Mhm.
don't know if because the plants don't live with me, maybe the person just hasn't said anything to me about it, but I go there and water them once a week and I haven't seen any bugs come out of them. So I don't know. I just got
Right.
lucky.
Yeah, for sure. And hopefully he's not spraying anything.
in the in the garage, it always seems like when I bring lettuce or chard or herbs that they'll make it through the winter, and then like the end of February and into March, all of a sudden, bam, aphids will happen.
Right.
And Al wanted to bring some beautiful parsley that we had, so I tried to wash it really carefully and got my fingers crossed that I won't get aphids in March.
Mhm.
We'll
I
see.
A
think,
lot of people talk about the mosquito bits water and the
yeah.
diatomaceous earth and just keeping up
Mhm.
with life cycles and yellow sticky traps. And of course, we're going to talk
Mhm.
about color and insects on a future Roots and Rambles episode in
Mhm.
March to explain all of that.
I was just going to say, I did cover it in a live. There's an organic, I'm pretty sure it's different organic mixes to take care of your bugs inside. I have to go back and look at the
The
exact
gnat
name of
free,
it.
yeah,
The
yeah.
gnat free. We did cover quite a few different methods, CC, on that live about gnat free, being gnat free. But yeah, I even thought about saran wrap. I honestly was like, maybe I should just saran wrap these suckers because I was concerned about the same thing, CC, or even something else crawling out of there because it's Florida. I did check every single orchid before I brought it in because they're always double potted. I definitely checked them, but I checked the ones I could. But they're when you got trees, there's more hiding places. We found a small baby. Oh, what are they called? The frogs that cling to the wall. Tree frog. We found tree frog, and it was just sitting in our kitchen, like inside this one box. And I was like, it's just sitting there on the edge. As soon as I lifted the lid, it's right there. And I look at my husband, and he like pauses and he walks away for a second. I'm like, what are you doing? I just grabbed it. Of course, it peed on me, and then I just washed my hands. But he's like, oh, I was gonna get a paper towel. I'm like, what? You just grab it because it might jump. What were you gonna say, Robin? What have you had?
Well, I had a hibiscus, one of those braided trunk hibiscus trees.
Mhm.
It was like 4.5, 5 feet tall in a pot. And I brought it in. The only place was at the front door, where it could fit decent in the house.
Right.
And the problem is if we had to answer the front door or anything in the winter,
Right.
it was always getting that cold breeze
Oh,
from the
blast.
door.
Yeah.
But then my girlfriend took it over at the greenhouse that she worked at, special needs. It was attached to a special needs facility. And I would give them a donation every year for, babysitting the tree, but then that closed. So I just I let it go
Yeah. That's
because
hard.
it was more of a pain in the butt than it was worth.
Got it. Yeah, that I think if I didn't have an emotional attachment to my night blooming cirrus, that would probably be the same thing. But I mean, it keeps going, and it's older than me, so that's one of the ones that will be getting one of these bags that goes over uh, the trees because it's quite tall. I did think, thank God, when I was at Tractor Supply to pick up stakes. So whatever I would put over the plant will be above it and not clinging to it, because that was what I was seeing many growers saying. If you're going to cover your mangoes, don't let whatever you're using touch the mangoes. So, or touch the leaves. What was this? From first frost and New Year, I have established mature cold weather crops and sometimes 1 to 3 layers of semi-permanent frost protection. Oh, okay.
You know, they tell you that it's not the best thing to put plastic as a protective cover. But
Mhm.
what I have found is if you use plastic or a tarp or
Mhm.
something as frost protection, as long as, like you're saying, Carol, keep it well
Off.
away from the plant,
Yeah.
it works just fine.
Right. And if you're in a climate like ours, you also have to remove it during the day, or you're going to bake it. Like, because usually it warms up enough in Florida, where I am in South Florida, that you have to go out, check, and remove it, or you can steam it. Um, yeah, you got to remember. I know once they're out of sight, with my ADHD, that out of sight, out of mind thing really happens. Like, it's awful. So I totally get that once it's moved somewhere new. Yep. But even in the new bags can contain. Yes, exactly. It's such a pain. You could just go check out that live CC. If you have time, just listen to it. I mean, you don't have to like sit down and watch it, and see if you can find, any ideas that you haven't heard before. But I was thinking like actual plastic over my pot, because shippers will do that. When they ship you new plants, they will make sure the moisture stays in that new tree, and they will wrap it in saran wrap. And usually, whatever it is also wrapped in a paper towel that's, kept moist. But I will say I haven't up potted, and I'm so glad I haven't yet. Some of the trees that I have gotten, I've just been watering them like that, like put a hole in the bottom and a hole in the top. No gnats. I haven't gotten any gnat problems. Yeah, the diatomaceous earth is one of them. There's also I have the crumbles. Those are great when it does come to mosquitoes. I had mosquitoes come in and lay eggs in some of my stuff where I was or I had like cuttings, and I was doing that word that we all know that just left my brain.
Propagation.
Thank you. I was propagating near my window. I was propagating near my window, and I saw something squiggling in it. And I was like, that can only be one thing if you're dancing around in there. And I went out and got my little bits. And sure enough, just a couple little bits in there. And it was like, I don't feel so good. It was gone. Stop wiggling. The abundant seed of morning. Yes, the morning glories. Oh my gosh, that's a big deal not to plant in many areas. Mike gets to plant it because it's killed off during winter. So many people would be happy for you. Other people would be like, don't do it. Only seed I've had self seed is marigolds and opal basil. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm curious to see if any of my tropical spinaches seeds will make it and where they've seeded themselves, because it flowered. Tip: mark the area that have corms roots that need to be dug up and have cool spots to winter store them. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, good tip. As you're heading towards that season, definitely. Non-heated garage, so the garlic will go to sleep. This winter was warm early, so they all sprouted and are now. Oh no, not partially frozen. I hope they make it, because when you do that with certain things, it explodes their cells.
They should be okay. They're still in the garage, right? Well,
Yeah.
they should be okay.
But
Not ideal though, right?
yeah. Well, he was saying they all sprouted and then now they're partially frozen. Is that just the oh, you just mean the garlic. You're continuing, it's just about the garlic, not other plants. I read that wrong. I think I miscomprehended it. Let's see. We had mild winters last winter. Last 2 winters. Yeah, this one doesn't sound like one. You sound like you're having like what we're having, the old weather that we used to get. I haven't seen this weather since we moved in here in 2009. So, hostas and bearded iris survives and tulips. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. Yes, for the most part. I forget you guys are delayed and then so am I getting through this chat. Okay. I had a aphid war in early 24. Inside was a nightmare, Mike is saying. Small early blooming irises that feature blue and yellow combination. I am reading Jay's. Iris group. These are among first flowers to appear. Oh, up there. Oh. Yeah, we just have flowers. I have a walking iris that walks along the side of my fence. And it just is the tiniest little thing. And Maureen actually has the same one, which is really wild. It's just barely skimmed my part of the state. Okay, everybody's talking to each other. I'm going to move on to the next one. Oh, thank you, Shawnee, for putting that in there. I lost the war with bugs that year. I used everything. Oh, nothing worked. That's terrible. Yeah, aphids can be really bad and do that. Tree frogs are cool. I know. I like tree frogs too. Gosh, this is like all over the place. Where the heck? What is going on, StreamYard? My established plants, ornamentals. All right, guys, I'm going to catch up on the side chat real quick. I am so sorry. You guys are really chatty tonight, and I am just slow. My established home ornamental gardens are all quite able to survive extreme winter conditions with no intervention. Had a spider mite issue. I cleared it up. They came back due to my complacency. And yeah, I treated again and got rid of them. Good. Yeah, spider mites is usually you need air too. That means that's a sign that you need ventilation. I have brought praying mantis in with my plants before. I just left them on the plants for the winter. Hey, that's one way to take care of any other problem pests that you bring in. Okay. Oh, good night, Brook Trout. Thank you. And he's saying good night to everyone. Be good and stay safe. We will try. We definitely try. Okay. Let me get to the next question. Yes, and thank you, Ms. Sharon. Remember to hit the thumbs. All right, hold on. Let me get rid of his comments. Hey, Janet Potter, welcome in. I know, I'm thinking about Kareem too. I just saw that homestead. That's what I was doing today too, Janet. I hope so too. I did get to see his plants, but he wasn't getting over to his plants for like another 45 minutes. Predatory nematodes. Yes, they are a treatment for fungus gnats. I think that's in that live too. The mosquito bits are better than the dunks for them because you spread it over the top of the soil, the bits, unless you're going to crush up the dunk. If that's all you can get, I don't know. I've never tried that.
Okay. They say it works.
Yeah. How soon can I move the hostas? I can't do it when it gets warm. Oh, I don't grow hostas. But I know like up in PA, they spread all over and then the deer come and eat them like a salad bar. That's what my aunt says.
Hostas are pretty forgiving. So as soon as they sprout in the spring, you can divide them. You can pull up the whole clump and just literally run a shovel right down through it, cut it into as many sections as you want, and it'll come back. I mean, you could literally take it down to one leaf and plant it. It'll take a while for it to fill back in, but
right.
Yeah, I moved hostas in August because of the construction, and they transplanted just fine. So they were awake, fully leafed, you know.
I would love to grow them. I fell in love with them when I saw them up north, but I've got to find ones that are good for my climate if they have them. I know it looked like they did, but I never can trust the big box stores.
Miss Sharon keeps saying it's too warm. Too warm for you to physically do it? Find a time between now and before it gets too warm then, Miss Sharon.
Yeah, they're they're in a snaky spot.
What?
Then leave them alone. Let them grow forever. Just let them multiply.
Let them be.
Buy new ones if you
That's
want to
right.
put some
Yeah,
somewhere
buy new
else.
ones. Set them on fire. Who cares? You don't. Nope. They can. Don't need them.
I don't have that here, Miss Sharon, so that was not on my. I didn't understand.
Get a pet mongoose. Send a mongoose in first. Just put it on a leash. Let them take care of those snakes.
So what you got for us next?
Okay. The next one is, what actually kills plants faster than cold itself?
Well, I can think of 3 things, but I don't know if the answer is supposed to be winter cold related. The 3 answers I can think of is underwatering, so it dries out, overwatering, so it rots, or covering it and it's hot out and you bake it.
Yeah.
Is that faster than cold? I don't know. I don't have a time graph to answer that.
Hold on.
What were you thinking for, like, what direction does this question go?
Hold on. I'm trying to actually find it because it's like the way it's labeled. Okay. So some of the key talking points are when desiccation? Gosh, can't even read the word. Sudden temperature drops, wet roots plus cold soil, indoor shock from heaters and dry air. Those were some of the talking points. But really it's about like what you've come, to see with your own plants. Like you said, like neglect definitely kills them pretty fast. Let's see. A young plum trees. Oh no, the snow snapped all his young plum. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. And they're supposed to be cold hardy for snow? Probably not.
Okay, so save all of the snapped pieces and pot them up.
Yeah, maybe you could do that. Yeah. Copperheads and rattlesnakes do not play well. No, Miss Sharon, burn them down to the ground. Start over with those hostas. I think that's a good plan. Get one of those things I just got that I showed. Yeah. Let's see, what kills plants faster than the cold itself? Well, like what we were talking about, suffocation the next morning after you've covered them. If you've covered them with plastic, you can steam them. They cannot
There was people that used black weed fabric as a frost cover in Texas, and it was 60 plus degrees the next day, and they still had all the pansies covered with black. No. And I'm like, they're going to be very disappointed when they see that.
Was that in the Coast to Coast video?
It was in Texas Garden Guys short.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes, that will do too. Ignoring pests, so then they win. Yep. Or bringing them in, as we found out. Like poor Mike, he said that they won because he brought the aphids in, and they won that year. That the roots are established, they may survive. Yeah. Okay. Thinking about digging them up and put them under the house when the snow is gone. Yeah, but then won't the snakes want to still be there, and then they're under your house, Miss Sharon? Yeah, that's a little scary. Yes, I like this idea. Miss Sharon, maybe get new ones from marketplace or garage sales, and then you don't have to touch them.
Shawnee, that is a great suggestion. I have one of my favorite variegated hostas I got at a garage sale.
Yep, I've gotten stuff off of marketplace and other groups like that. In fact, I think it was one of those recycle groups where I got all the rain lilies and the amaryllis free. It was just, no payment at all. It was for recycling and kind of bartering. Okay, we'll go on to the next question. Do you think trees or potted plants are more vulnerable during freezes? I know my girls know this.
I sure
Mm-hmm.
do, because they're
Okay.
above ground.
Okay, and why would that be? Which is your answer? You want to go?
My answer is yes.
Yes. Okay.
Because science.
Because science. Well, I think they meant, do you think planted trees or potted plants are more vulnerable? Because that was the direction it looks like they gave me. Hey, Scott's life
Oh,
off grid. I didn't see you come in. Sorry about
I
that.
thought the
Welcome.
tree was in a pot. The tree's in the ground.
Grr. I think it's a comparative, like a contrast. And like a contrast in why it looks like by the way the
Uh,
talking points.
okay.
Hold on.
Potted plants are more vulnerable to freezes. And side note, young trees will be chewed on, so cover them somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it. Containers freeze faster was what they said. Robin, how about you? You want to just hit at this question too?
Yeah. So to Shawnee's point, I used to take that, oh, the extension for the down pipes that's corrugated
Mm-hmm.
plastic.
Yeah.
I used to take that and cut it and slice it and put it around the lower bark of my young trees. And that was
Mm-hmm.
great. But then I found this product that was like hardware cloth that
Mm-hmm.
was circular and already slit, and it went
Oh,
around it so that the trunk was breathing, because it was just wire. It wasn't like that black plastic,
mm-hmm.
corrugated around the base of the young trees. But you've got to, because the bunnies
Mm-hmm.
will eat, and just kill your trees from the gnawing.
But what about the freezing? What do you think with that? With the question they're asking,
I think, you know,
which are safer, the potted trees or the
the
ones
the
in the
tr-
ground?
the trees in the ground are fine. They're going to make it through everything except being eaten.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the potted plants, yeah, they're vulnerable, but I think the larger the pot,
Mm-hmm.
the more chance your potted plant has of making it.
Okay, so the more soil might help.
Mhm.
Okay.
But you know what? I have two small hanging pot size um, containers that I have sedum in, and they come back every year
Mm.
in
Okay.
just, that's probably like, I don't know, 10 inch maybe at the most,
Oh,
8 or 10.
wow.
Um, and I have had pansies come back in them, and um, oh, a few other things. Oh, strawberries. I have these strawberries that my neighbor gave me in hangers that come back now.
I didn't even think of that you guys have to deal with that. Yeah, the wildlife gets hungrier during winter because there's scarcity for them and they go after your trees. Yeah. For us, we don't get cold that often, but we have a lot of critters that just chew on everything anyway, no matter what season it is. Because nothing dies here because we don't have winter. And now we have other things coming in. I think it was the river monitor that I sent somebody. I was like, oh, yay, no. Heavy snow can snap young trees. Yeah, I think that's what John was just talking about. Will it grow? That it did it to his young plum trees.
Yeah,
Potted plants. There we
you
go. Yeah.
the ice too will hang from the trees, but try not to be tempted to whack it off, because inevitably you do more damage than, if you just let it be.
Right.
But I
Oh,
mean, I have gone out there with when it's snow and it's not like crusty,
mm-hmm.
icy snow, and I've knocked it off of my evergreens,
Right.
because it it will misshape them, it will bend them, it will break them if it gets too heavy.
Yeah. Yeah. But I can't imagine that. I did see that Ecology Day where you say enough cold can split trees. I saw the film of them exploding, of like trees exploding because of the getting warm again and then freezing, and I guess, and that just causing that expansion, and finally it, you just hear it crack,
Yeah,
pop.
Shawnee went over that in one of her lives
Yes, she
a week ago.
did. Yes, what was that live that you did, Johnny?
Nature Snaps when it's -50, I think maybe it was the name, and we
Yeah.
showed pictures and talked about, what it actually would look like out there and what happens and what trees are susceptible to have that happen to. And then we talked about the ice singing and the frost quakes, all kinds of fun stuff with nature when it gets
Wow.
cold.
Thank you, Scott, for becoming a member. I appreciate that so much. It truly helps my channel and helps me be able to afford things like, just like Shawnee, I like books too. And these are actually, after I saw her Sue book, I gave myself permission to, hold on, let me see if I can take that off my face. I gave myself permission to go and get Healing Plants, Medicine of the Florida Seminole Indians. And then, of course, while I'm on there, this one comes across Florida's Edible Wild Plants. That would be for foraging. And this one, I just actually spoke to a nursery owner who is next to Caribe Exotic on the big property where they all have spots. And I told him, I got this book on natives because I want to get to know our natives better. And he's like, "Do you know which one it is?" I'm like, "I don't. Let me look at my Amazon." And this is the book I got. It's out of print. And he said, that's his Bible. He's like, "That's my Bible." I'm like, "Get out of here. Yay. I picked a good one." It's called A Gardener's Guide to Florida's Native Plants by Rufino Osario. And yeah, it's well thought of. And this one is actually, it is so out of print that this one is a library copy. It's a used copy. So I got those three, and memberships help me do that. And then I can bring that knowledge to our lives. So thank you so much. Appreciate that. And thank you, Shawnee, for thanking him. Yes. Oh, yes. And we do have merch. Shawnee and I both have merch. And you can check out my merch is usually attached to my channel. And Shawnee is wearing one of the shirts right now. And they hold up pretty good. And I always joke around, like, if you have something messy you're eating, they will wipe right off that lovely design, the logo. But yeah, Shawnee's merch is fantastic. She's really taken off with it. I think you should definitely go and check out Shawnee's merch. I just finally reordered a shirt. We'll see. It was Florida's fault, whoever they used for shipping last time. So, and also gave me time to decide what I really wanted. So I can't wait for it to come in. But she has beautiful things in her store, including puzzles. Shawnee, you want to talk about it because you know your merch
Oh,
better?
geez. Yeah, we're on Carol's show, but I can do that. Yes. We added fuzzy blankets recently and canvas totes, like
Cool.
bags, and playing cards. And then we have your regular typical zip up or a hoodie or a sweater, a t-shirt, puzzles, stickers, magnets, hats.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so switching to your company. You have so much more fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just sounds awesome.
I have a answer for Big Will Dog. He has
Go ahead.
has a question. Do any of you ladies worry about worm bins? Yeah, when I did worm bins, they had to be in the house. And there was a certain part of the winter where I was saying earlier how cold my basement gets. I didn't even want them in the basement anymore. I had them in the kitchen. And so I had young kids too. So it was like the worms stay in the bin. The worms stay in the bin. We don't have them anymore.
Right.
I fill a 5-gallon bucket in a week or two of scraps, kitchen scraps, and so it's like I was trying to figure out how many worms do I need? How big of a bin do I need to eat that? To get rid of that every week. And I just go throw it in the field right now for the crows. And I have a big black van, so the crows probably think Look, the crow lady's coming. When I go
Crow
to
lady.
dump the compost.
I'm
So
surprised they haven't like made a little thing around your van of like all shiny things, like a ritual. Like,
I really do wanna build a little this thing so
uh-huh,
they have
a
somewhere to
stand.
put it. Yeah,
Yeah,
like what's his face did.
that would be so cool. Maybe you could build one that like sits somehow in like during the summer where it sits in your window. So it's like right in there in the window when the window goes down. I don't know.
The property owner would not be cool with that. I would have to keep it far
Oh.
away.
Oh, okay. Oh yay. He's got his Shawnee shirt.
Oh, good.
Had yesterday.
I
Very
always get
nice.
nervous ever since we had a mishap. It's like, "Please let that get to the person. Thank you for telling me."
Yeah, I think it's just different states with different shipping. Um, I was going to answer this question. I worry about them steaming to death here, so
Mm,
I don't have them because it does get so hot during our late spring and through the summer. And I was concerned, like, same thing. I would need a really big bin to keep them cooled off. So, yeah, I haven't even gone there with, I didn't want to steam them to death. That was my thing. I never started one, but I did start. Um, I got the 5-gallon bucket. Did I drill the holes in it? No. And then we started talking about microplastics, but you can do one right in an in-ground, and you can do a 5-gallon bucket and you just drill holes in it. And what I did, because we have snakes down here, is I got the special top. If they even have spins, like
Mhm.
it sits on there and then the top just spins off and you lift it. So you're not going and trying to lift off the edges and sticking your fingers underneath that edge to pop off the top. Anyway, you make a worm bin that way that's in ground, and you can put your scraps in there and they will feed it to your soil in your garden. You know, put scraps in some soil so some other things don't try to break in there. Hey, Ann's place, I don't know if I said hello to you, lady. Welcome in. I know you've been in here for a bit. I just haven't had a chance to say hello.
Well,
And go ahead.
I had worms and I had them in my kitchen. And so
Okay.
people would ask me, well, what's that? And I'm like, worms. And they'd be like, worms. Yeah, doesn't everybody have worms in their kitchen?
It's what I use for stuffing. The
Um,
little worm.
and I had them for years, and I just, I was done at one point taking care of them. I got so busy at work, and I need to get back and do it again because they were cool.
Mhm.
And what a easy resource for an amendment.
Right.
I had
I've
red bubblers.
I've seen people though do it with bins. I think it depends on the size. There used to be this lady, Natalie. I can't remember the name of her channel. Lovely girl in California. Beautiful. And that's what she did for like a side business, was help people set up worm bins. And some of the first ones she was making were just in bins, and she would use like the totes that you buy. But California tends to like, depends where she's at, what the heat they were dealing with. But I also didn't see what size Will was thinking of. Yeah, I would love to keep the worm friends inside their bin in the house and never to come out. Mm-mm. Yeah, if you freeze or chop food scraps well enough, 1,200 worms could be. Oh, okay.
Well, how long does it take for, let's say you have, like a cup full of worms. I don't know how many that would equate to, but I think that's what I started out with. Um, how long would it take for them to multiply to 1,200?
I put you in timeout, Will it grow? Naughty, talking about pooping in those bins. You're in timeout. I know. Yes, how many, Bill? Big Will Dog. Will Grow still my friend. He just needed a slap. Oh no, it did something more. It was only supposed to time you out for like 5 minutes. I think it banned you. Now I gotta go in through Google again. I'm sorry, Will it grow? I have 2 working bins indoors at all times and make a third for a video. Started with 3 times red worms bought from. Yeah, I've heard of that. People just buying them right from Wally World is what keeps it loose. But my garden showed me it's not true. I have big, long, fat worms everywhere in the soil, and yet it's all clay-like ground.
Is that like the Wally World? That's like the big truck stop.
No, the Walmart.
Oh, well, okay.
We call it Wally World.
Wally World. Okay.
For some reason. But it does sound like a truck stop.
There's a truck stop called Wally World.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anne's place. A lot of people talk about like planting daikon radishes and things that lots of root crops that would, and just leaving them in there, not taking them out, letting them rot down, and then also using lots and lots of compost.
Yeah, more organic matter.
More
and
organic.
Sometimes gypsum.
And gypsum.
Gypsum.
Yep,
Yeah.
gypsum. That's what I need to get actually again for my bed. I used up what I had and just ate it. My biggest bin is only 15 gallons with a top and a bottom bin, and the new ones are empty cat litter bins. Okay. 15 gallons, a good size. Yeah, they do double if they're well managed. Yeah, that's what I.
Like 50. Okay, so 50 worms, you can expect them to double in 3 to 4 months, depending on like the ones that you have, if they're mature to do the reproduction, or if they're still babies and they have to get to that age and then they can double.
Okay.
So in a year, you could definitely have a good amount with starting at 50. The thing about it is they know how much they can fit where you put them. So if the home you give them can only fit 100, they're not going to make babies to have more than 100 because
Okay.
they're smart and understand that they only fit in what you've provided.
Oh, that's so neat. I never knew that about worms. That was a good tidbit. Yeah, until they reach max population density. Okay. Oh, does it say good? Okay, it did do 5 minutes. See, on my side, it told me he was banned. I'm like, what the heck? StreamYard. And then StreamYard just did a thing where I couldn't click on a comment.
Mike's like, I went to get coffee and somebody got timed out and I missed it.
I was just teasing him because he talked about I poop in those bins when I'm, out on the boat. It's like, yeah, thanks.
Big Will, I have a bunch of cat litter bins now that I have a cat. That makes me think maybe I should start a couple with those.
Yeah, the kids would love that. For sure. You'd just be always like, get your hands on the bin.
Yeah.
Don't touch the bin.
Kitty litter buckets.
Thank you, Mike.
What grows this carrots in those kitty litter buckets?
That's what I'm keeping them for, was to grow carrots.
Yeah, I've heard that. They're great for growing.
Well, actually, my other idea is from if I'm ever a cut flower farmer, I could put cut flowers in them in water while I'm harvesting at the farm. But that's not ever going to be a thing. So,
maybe.
How romantic you're out there with your little
yellow
dress and your kitty litter bucket.
Litter with the seal still on
all
the side.
zinnias and all the sunflowers. And all
so romantic.
What's that guy? I bought this. Was it Bob's Worm Farm? Is where I got my red wigglers from.
Okay.
He ships them very well. I wouldn't order them right now because it's below 0.
Right.
But they had like adequate moisture and food and were great.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Green Greg's his channel, he used to sell worms. I don't know if he does it anymore. But he was out of Alabama and he had like huge bins outside. I saw it like years and years ago. I don't know if he still shows them even, but like he used to work for Nassau. He's a brainiac. But he was doing worm farming and selling his worms as a side biz. Yeah, my wife is a cat person. I'm a dog person. My neighbor also helps with free litter containers. Nice. So you got all kinds of containers to grow in. Why I grow in them so much. Oh, okay. Yeah, use what's available. Oh, and there goes the clicker thing again. It's being
I think
weird.
I have like 5 or 6 right now, just empty because I was like, this is a good bucket. I can't get rid of this.
Oh no, I hope he doesn't mean the usage one. No, I think he really means
No,
just the kitty litter bucket.
from the
Yeah,
store
from
that,
the
yeah.
store. Yeah. Yes, absolutely upcycle. Except for maybe the used kitty litter dishes.
Th-
Yeah, I
That
don't know.
is, Shani, that is so me. And Al too.
A
He's
good
like,
bucket.
it's like,
Yeah,
should we save that grape container? Wouldn't that be good for winter sewing? Like,
bucket.
hell yeah.
I just was in my cupboard taking out all the clean, saved sauce jar, jam jar, a pickle jar, and they're all on my cutting board right now because I'm like, I have a bunch of mason jars filling up that
Right,
cabinet. So,
right,
am I keeping these or am I recycling them? We need to vote in the next 12 hours. Keep or throw because this is ridiculous.
right. When space is a premium, yeah, that's the same thing. I know 3 made it up into mine that weren't there before, and I was like, what did I use those for that they're up there? Why are they in the cabinet? I gotta return them. I have a spot for mason jars, but yeah, is it called Bob's Worm Ranch?
I don't know. It was on Amazon and my phone's in the other room.
Okay. Oh, I think he's the guy that designed one of the ones for the inside of the house too, like the worm farm. Did he have
I
that on his page?
So I've done a video, a live stream actually, on vermiculture. And in that live stream, somebody showed up in the chat and was like, I sell worms. So that could be a source. And then in the description of that live stream, I shared who taught me how to do it. And they provided a free ebook, and that's linked in the description.
Cool.
And so I probably have the worm farm that I used, the worm guy, in that video as well, the vermiculture live stream, to answer the questions. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. You meant the new ones. Okay, because you were kind of grossing me out a little bit there. Just for a second. For anybody who's ever had to change kitty litter things, yeah, I just can't.
Oh, I did that, Jay. In the way back, before they had decent ones, because the boot trays have a nice little edge on
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buy new boot trays for seating. Yep, I've
You
seen
can put
those.
plants in a boot tray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They use the cement mixing trays too that you got at the store,
I have
the big box store. I mean,
the ones from Epic now, and they're really top drawer. I moved up the scale.
yeah, Scott's. I think that's it. That sounds right. And there's Shawnee's live for those of you interested in vermiculture. Thank you, called you today. Thank you, Jay.
I didn't go out seeking these. They came free with my birdies beds, but now I'm totally sold on these.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
Yeah, they're really nice.
And then, I got these.
The matching, yeah, nice.
So that's what I'm using to start my onions in this year, is what you're holding right now.
They're big, That's probably 5 inches deep.
Yeah.
And I love these with the, the holes in the bottom and the holes in the side for air pruning. They work phenomenally. Unfortunately, they do require a lot of soil, but that buys you time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
To have a lot of soil.
Right. And then you're just putting that plug in that size too, so you're not up potting from like smaller plugs.
It is. And this year, with this arm, I think I am going to just, go big or go home right from the start.
Woohoo.
And it's better to do them small and pot them up. We all know that, but needs must sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was just a nice set. I saw the pink ones. I was like, oh, I want the pink ones, but I don't do that yet. I don't have a place for that yet.
The pink one's from Epic.
Yeah, I think it was Epic, or no, it wasn't Epic. It was Greenstock had some pots and they were in pink, and I was like, oh, those are so cute.
Bootstrap Farmer sells colored ones too.
Yeah,
Oh, is that where Jess got all her colors?
yeah,
Because I have those
Oh,
too.
they're
we
so
got those.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wasn't going to put you in the naughty chair, Jay. I'm a visual thinker, so that one just went over the line there with John. That's why he got it. But to finish up with the last question where it was talking about, oh no, it's not the last one. We have one more. Sorry. But this last one, it was containers freeze faster, young trees versus established trees. The main thing is you're protecting the roots, and I think Jay brought that up. Uh, Root protection matters more than leaf protection. So if you have, and so did Robin was talking about, use a larger pot then to protect the roots from freezing. I'm not gonna Hey, Queen, welcome in. Growing What I Eat. Good to see you. Good to see you. And for those of you who haven't seen my preparation for this freeze, I put out a short of my, you can go over there and you can see what my shower looks like with some of my plants, and also what my backyard looks like with some of my plants removed, and what I still have to get to and deal with. Now, this is our last question of the night. What's one thing your climate has forced you to accept as a gardener? Ooh. Yeah.
Forced you to accept as a gardener.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't hit my max yet because I still have a whole clipboard of perennials I want to buy. So, I don't know. Force me
Okay.
to accept rest, I guess. Go ahead, Robin.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I like that.
So I don't know how many years I did it. Go into the big box store, you see the tomato plants there, and it is just like 5 weeks too freaking early to be
Yes.
buying a tomato plant.
Yep.
But you do it because they're there and they make you think it's okay. Then you come home and then you're covering them with cardboard boxes and stuff because it's still snowing and
Right.
you've got them in the ground and stuff. So, you learn that just because they're there, it doesn't mean that it's correct.
For your
YouTube,
area.
when I was a young gardener, YouTube wasn't there to guide me.
Right.
So, and
Same.
the people in the big box store are not always good guidance because they're not landscaping professionals like a nursery would more likely have.
Correct.
But when you're young and you don't have a lot of money, the big box stores where you go, right?
That's right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So that taught me a good lesson. And, you also thought, oh, I'm getting a jump on it. Well, then I learned that, yeah, I got it in and I did all this covering and babying and whatever. But then I bought a plant because it was on sale in June and stuck it in the ground also. And guess what? They both fruited up at the same time.
That's wild, even though you got one in earlier. Wow.
Right. Well, the other one was, stressed because it had to live through all that trauma.
Yeah.
So that's, a lesson learned in my climate.
And it sounds like Scott learned a lesson too. He says he's building a greenhouse this year. So he learned about his climate that he needs a greenhouse to keep things going, I guess. That's great, Scott. I never thought I would need one. I always used to say and they'll tell you, it's a steam house down here. I don't need a greenhouse. And then this happened and I'm like, I need a greenhouse, but I only need it for like 2 days. Can I get away with that? And thankfully, yes, I could, because Tractor Supply had it was less than, I think, $25 on sale. So that met the need. What about you, Shawnee? What's your, did you?
I don't have any more things to say other than what I said.
Okay. Let me see. For Florida, it's learning to react quickly when it comes to winter, because ours, we just get snaps. We don't get like a full season down here in South Florida. Now, Central and Northern are starting to get more of a season that is winter, so they do have to be more prepared, and they have to be prepared for longer, specifically the North. And Central, the nursery industry has to be careful. The North, you guys learn, I think, patience and dormancy. Like you take that rest. Like that's just comes with winter in your climate. And then success comes from observation and not fighting nature in both of our climates. That's a similarity. Like Robin said, like learning when your tomatoes are really supposed to go in and not seeing them at the store and buying them too early, or learning too what plants are in your zone. Like I will go to our big box store, and they had all kinds of berries that wouldn't survive if I put them in the ground here. They are really more for a zone 8 or a zone 9. And I'm getting closer to zone 11 every year when it comes to how hot it stays. But this year, I don't know what happened. We've got this cold thing coming, and it's like right back to 2009. So it's always a constant time of observation and, I don't know, re-observing. You know, I think you learn to let go and go with nature more as a gardener. You know, you realize you're not in control as much of you as you think you are in life when you become a gardener, and you have to kind of step into that uncomfortableness. And then because you do, you get to see the beauty that gardening gives you. I mean, that's something I think we learn in both places too. There we go. Force me to accept that I can't grow broccoli. Oh, they get worms anyway.
Yeah. There's so much, you try so much when you're a young gardener just because, and then you just learn it's not going to work. Or you are going to work so hard at it to make it work. Is that really worth it? Because you got a lot of other stuff to keep track of.
Yeah, I was saying that to myself today as I've got Malachi inside and I'm going in and out, checking on him. And yeah, you do. You ask yourself those questions too when things like this happen, when it's a snap that you didn't expect, or even just, like what happened with you with your shoulder. If it's something medical that's happened and you've got all these trees to take care of, that's hard. That's a lot of money when you have a lot of fruit trees. I will say that in South Florida, and something goes down and you don't have anybody to go in and check on your fruit trees and make sure they're not dying, especially the potted up ones, you could lose a lot of money. Let me see what Ann said. Yeah, true, Shawnee. We had bugs we have never seen before. And then there are those very ugly reaching chickens from next door. What was that word?
Racing.
Okay. I was wondering if it was racing. They're racing chickens. Are they the long legs? Do they have those there? The ones that have the super, super long legs? Those are crazy. My climate has forced me to adapt and decide what is worth the effort. Ooh, yep. Just like Robin was saying. Yep. Racing. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. Well, yeah, I'm a berry and I won't survive if you put me in the ground. I'll see myself out. Don't worry, Barry. We will not put you in the ground. We don't want to do that to you. My climate has forced me to accept that I will drag that hose or starve. Oh, yeah. Yep. It does save a lot of money, like Shawnee's talking about over on her channel too. Planting what's on your plate. If you haven't seen what she just put out, it's really a good way to think about your garden this year. And then Jay is rooted in connection for urban gardener. Here, I'll put that up. Hey, CR, that's okay.
Yeah, don't get around much these days because the arm, and we were in a store. We were in a store today. And I was looking at
Wow.
prices, and I swear to gosh, that the grocery prices have gone up again.
Oh no. Well, some of it too is the run on groceries that places have done because of the weather, because of the big storms and stuff that they're freaking people out with, and then they weren't pre-prepped too well, or they got nervous and they went and cleared out a lot of stuff.
And
I know.
even some of the like special prices, that
Mhm.
that doesn't look too special,
Right. Yeah. I think that happens though too during the winter when they do. That's the same thing here with hurricane season. It's supply and demand. Always look starving to me. Oh yeah, the long legs, the long necks, and they always look like, yes, they have those. I've seen them down here too. I can't think of the name of the chickens, but they are wild looking. Only very ugly birds here in Indiana are the geese, aka cobra chickens, as the maintenance crew calls them. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they bite, man. I thankfully have not been bitten by a goose, but a swan got me one time. A racing chicken. Oh, here we go. A racing chicken is a live hen or rooster trained or encouraged to run down a track, often in organized comedic events. Okay. Yeah, down here in Miami, they would probably make it for bedding. Yeah, see, this totally stalled, guys. I'm sorry. My side chat stalled. That's what's happening. It just did it completely. And then, okay. Yes, well, I have been screaming that prices are almost out of reach. And yes, the storm crap still have our Wally World missing a lot of groceries. I was there just today. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, they're definitely going up, but I think I see it happen too during seasons when people especially need those groceries, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, hey, Tom. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming through. Tom Garvey makes some really great recipes over on his channel. And Growing What I Eat has an amazing garden. Oh my gosh, he has like all the things. He even grows stuff that we grow here. He's in Georgia. Tom Garvey, look what I've got. My bacon chips. I'm still trying to stay keto. Unfortunately, I found keto cereal that's got like nuts in it and it's chocolate flavored. It's sugar free and the net carbs are low, but I don't eat cereal usually. So it's like my sweet. Yeah, I could get into trouble with that. I have to behave. Let's see what Gui said. I learned to accept I will always need a greenhouse, an 8B, 9A. My next goal is a hoop house. I want mango trees. Wow. Just love seeing your banana harvest. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, you with mango trees. Oh my gosh. You can grow anything. So I'd love to see how you pull that off. You're a really great gardener, Gui. Poor Gui, I think I discouraged him because he has a tree that I had, but it grows like crazy, and I had to get it out of my yard. It was the Jamaican strawberry tree or Jamaican's cherry tree. And the whole tree just grew too fast. It was the one that had the little berries that taste like cotton candy. Okay, they're talking amongst themselves. I'm trying to find, hey, how are you, Joe? Joe Serrano. Hey. Hi, Carol, Robin, Shawnee, and everybody here in the chat. Yep, the news today announced cold front number 32 is entering between Friday night and Saturday morning. For you guys too? Wow. Yeah, that's when we're getting ours. Let's see. Monday, StreamYard would stall the comments for up to 5 minutes. Oh, that's horrible. Up to 5 minutes? That's awful. Yeah, that would be like almost impossible to do a stream with a 5 minute delay like that.
Yeah,
Hey, Golf Coast Granny.
you'd have to read the YouTube side to stay
True.
in the flow. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Some kind of flow. Well, I have spoken to the neighbor about keeping them in this place, but he ignores me. So I'm going to start feeding the poor things now. Can't stand thinking they're hungry. That's why they come here. Yeah, they might. We have a neighbor who had a small dog that used to always dig under and come and see me. And I would wash him and feed him. And yeah, he would break out and visit me often. But now we have a really great fence, and they got a foundation that is cement, so he can't dig out. But yeah, he still used to me picking him up when he's gotten out before through the front gate. Had to finally get a dolly. That cherry tree got too big and heavy to carry, but see, yeah, it grows so fast. It's it's on, I can't think of his name's channel, and he even said like if his wife didn't love those cherries, he was gonna take it out, and he has a huge yard just because it just is so fast growing to like keep on top of. At least you have it potted, so that should kind of, keep it down a bit. Yeah, I'll have to tune in. Oh, sorry, Ecology Today. Monday, I was being interviewed as the featured guest on Gardner Scott. Oh, I missed that one. I'm sorry.
Oh, go back and watch it.
Yes, I will. Oh, good. I will watch it. Sorry about that, Jay. Mondays are Mondays for me, like really bad.
Yeah, J-Bot was being interviewed, and Shawnee was being the J-Bot.
Oh, she's so good at that. My climate has forced me to accept that I cannot garden in the summer heat. Have to pivot to the night gardening in summer. Yeah, I can't garden at night in the summer too much because of the bugs. The mosquitoes will eat me alive here. And the summer heat, same thing. I was thinking it's kind of like our winter, like their winter break, like how they get that break during the winter. When it gets so hot in summer, it's like, I'm okay. I need my winter break, even though it's summertime. But I wanted to thank everybody for being here. And yeah, Shawnee might have a really great follow-up live bouncing soon. Can't wait to see it. Can't tell you. It's in the secret chat.
Yeah. The only thing that's coming up anytime soon is a mystery seed haul.
Woohoo!
Yeah. For Shawnee Grows content.
Yes, for Shawnee Grows. How about you, Robin? Are you still plugging away over there?
Robin has something on Monday.
I am. Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Talk about that.
I'm on my channel. I don't know when the next one's going to be, but there is a segment on Enoch's show, The Green Room, on Monday. The Grow What You Eat segment will be mine this week, the plant of the month. So tune in.
Okay.
7 p.m. Central Time.
Okay, so that would be 8 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, that sounds great. Oh, they gave you a big love fest. Have a good one too, Anne. Anne's leaving. That's so sweet. Yeah, she's a great supporter. Absolutely. Yes, thank you all for joining us. And we'd love for you to also join people in the side chat who are in our community and check out their channels. There are those of them that do have channels that Miss Sharon was putting up. And growth looks different for everyone. I couldn't see my statement. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Two-handed tonight. Check it out.
Yay. Oh my.
Oh. Our hostess is gone.
Okay, so we are still live and our host has left. Don't forget that tomorrow night we possibly are going to be over at Diva in the Dirt with a live stream. I'm not sure yet. Welcome back, Carol.
Hey guys, sorry about that. And Google even asked me, are you sure you want to end the stream? And I was like, yeah, of course. I think it was asking me if I wanted to exit.
Leave the studio?
Yes. Oh, Dusty, you just came in. We're saying sayonara. Good night. And
Bye.
have a wonderful weekend. We'll catch you later.
Hey, Dusty, two hands.